Hey, here I am again. Believe it or not, brave enough to try again. This is my second video, and you may notice that I look a little different. This is my brown wig. One of the benefits of having cancer and losing your hair is you can have as many wigs as you want and look different every time. And so here I am, no short red wig. Just when you think I'm gonna see, I sag. Yeah, no, I don't. Really, I don't zag a lot these days. I'm much more of a zigger, really, when it comes down to it. Yeah. So, okay. Well, let's talk about my book, The Creation of Evil. It's done pretty good so far. Thank you to all of you who have purchased it, and I hope you enjoy it, have enjoyed it, will enjoy it, whatever verb you want there. I had to change the cover because Amazon would not let me promote or advertise my book on their website because they thought the original cover was violent. Which is their right. I'm not complaining about it. I'm not, saying they didn't have the right to do that. They did. So I went through a lot trying to redesign the cover because I had had my heart set on that original cover for such a long time. And for those of you who don't already know, the girl on the cover of the book is my daughter Julia. And no, I did not emotionally scar her by putting duct tape over her mouth and fake blood on her nose. In fact, she laughed so hysterically during the whole thing, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get a single usable picture. And that is what I got. A single usable picture. I got 30 to 40 pictures, and there was one. Just one picture that I could work with. And the tears were real. But they were laughing tears because she could not stop herself from laughing so hard. Which actually turned out to be a good thing because it made the mascara run and everything, so that was good. And so that was pretty funny, actually, really. And so some people look at it and they're like, "Oh, that's your daughter? You let your daughter?" Well, it was going to be somebody's daughter. Why not my daughter, And like I said, she thought it was right. But Amazon doesn't like that picture, so at first I changed it to a picture of an old pickup truck and overlaid it in green. And honestly, it was that cover for like a day and a half, and I really wasn't thrilled with it. It wasn't what I really wanted. It looked good. It was a decent looking cover, but it didn't really speak to what the book was about. And then a couple of friends and fans suggested that I go back to Julie's picture, but just use a close-up of her eyes, which I liked the idea of very much. So I changed the book cover again. So. So this one is the second cover, where you can just see her eyes, and the other one obviously is the first cover, where you can see the duct tape over her mouth. So those are the book covers. You can see the difference there. And I will show you what the pickup truck one looked like. Okay, this is hard with the sun glaring in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good look for you. But that was the pickup truck one. I really like that green, that shade of green that I use around the text, and that I had used with the pickup truck, but because to me that shade of green is just, it is evil. That's the color of evil, that green. And I think it goes back to my childhood because I associate that color of green with Maleficent from Disney's Sleeping Beauty. And she is my second favorite Disney villain by a very small margin. Ursula is my favorite. I mean, come on, she is so sarcastic and snarky and funny, and the way her tentacles just roll when she moves, and she's just hysterical. I mean, you almost root for her because she's just so hysterical. And how fun would it be to go hang out at a bar with Ursula and just sit there and drink cocktails and just trash everybody in the place, you know? It would be a riot. You know, of course, considering you were on her good side and she didn't poison your cocktail while you were looking the other way. But, yeah, I'm sorry. I think she'd be fun to hang out with, you know? I like her. And then there's Maleficent, who is just so deliciously evil. She's just wonderful. I mean, she's got the resting bitch face and the horns. I mean, what woman wears horns? You know, you don't mess with somebody who wears horns. You know, I think as a general rule, really, you encounter somebody wearing horns, male or female, you kind of cross the street. You go the other way. You avoid people wearing horns. I think that's just, you know, a good guideline, really, for life. You know, you come across somebody wearing horns, you avoid them. You know, I mean, you don't really want to encounter somebody with horns if you don't have to, you know. So I went, before I started this video, to look up a picture of Maleficent. And what's funny is, Maleficent isn't green. In my head, she's green. But she's not. She's actually a regular flesh tone. Sometimes she looks gray because she's in a shadow. But her skin is actually regular flesh tone colored. The reason the green comes in is because that shade of green is just around her so much. She's just surrounded by it and enveloped by it so much that that's how I came to associate the color with her. And so, yeah, like I said, ever since I was little, to me, that color, particular shade of green, has always meant evil. And that's why I chose to use that color in the cover of my book. But, you know, thinking about Maleficent got me thinking about Sleeping Beauty. And it got me thinking, how much of a punishment is being put to sleep? I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things, you know, out of all the punishments you could decide from in the world, how bad a punishment is being told to go to bed and go to sleep? mean, when you're 3 or 4, that might still seem like a punishment because, you know, you're all hyper and you want to be up and seeing what's going around and there's toys to be played with and blah, 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 blah. You know, but think about adults. I've been bad. I've been naughty. Send me to bed. We got a whole different outlook on it now, don't we? You know? Think about it. I'm sorry. You broke the coffee pot. You must now go to bed. It's like, okay, where? Where's the nearest bed? Send me to bed. Who wouldn't love that? I'd love that. If I was still working somewhere, could you imagine? You know, oh, sorry, you're going to have to go to the sleeping room. You'd have people climbing up on their desks going, me, I did it, I was the one, I broke the coffee machine, send me to bed. Things would be getting broken left and right, things would be getting lost left and right, important documents would be getting shredded. It would be chaos. Me, put me to bed. It would be like Tony Curtis and Kirk Douglas. I am Spartacus. Send me to bed. Yeah. It would just be incredible, the amount of things people would be willing to do to get sent to bed. You know? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Mommy was bad at work today and I have to go to bed. Just make yourself a bowl of cereal and I'll see you in the morning. You know? And not only that, but Sleeping Beauty was put to sleep for 100 years. I mean, 100 years. Now, granted, none of us could go be put to sleep for 100 years and survive it. I mean, obviously. But, come on, I mean, how many of us would sign up for the, I'm going to bed now, wake me when I have grandchildren? I mean, there you go, that's an option, right? Sure. I'd like to sign up for the grandparent plan, please. Ooh. Parents everywhere would be like, yeah, okay. I was naughty first, so I get to go to bed. Daddy's going to take care of you. I'll see you when you're 18. Why did we never realize that was the true point of Sleeping Beauty? How? How has this story been out there for generations, for hundreds of years, really? How has it been out there for all this time and we never got it before? Why? Why has it escaped us? Sleep as a punishment. We've been missing out, people. We've been missing out. I can't even think of the years I've missed where I could have been saying, you know, that really was my fault. I think you should send me to bed. What a waste. Total waste. Seriously. I'm wondering how many of you now are thinking, could I get my spouse to agree with me? What are the odds? And will he or she use it more effectively than I do? You're thinking about it. I know you're thinking about it. Good luck with that. Oh, my daughter wrote out some funny laws that she found. She's been searching the internet for funny laws, and some of them may still be in effect and some of them may not be in effect, but she thought they were funny. For instance, You can't vote in New Mexico if you're an idiot. Just let that one sink in for a minute. In Ohio, you can't misplace your pet tiger. Shame on you if you misplace your pet tiger. I wonder how often they have to deal with that one. Also in Ohio, if you're a coal miner, you must always carry a sufficient amount of toilet paper. Ah, that's right. Take your own TP wherever you go if you're a coal miner. And in Indiana, you can't sleep in a bowl of soup. Excuse me, you can't sleep in a bowl of cheese soup. Apparently, you're still good with, your chicken noodle, vegetable minestrone, etc. Just so long as it's not cheese soup. Also, in Connecticut, it's only a pickle if it bounces. If it doesn't bounce, you've just got yourself a marinated cucumber. Don't know what you're going to do with that, but there you are. Just a few little tidbits of maybe not so interesting information, but now you know, whether you wanted to or not. So, I'm going to sign off now. I think you've probably had enough of me by now. Please check out my website, kerryrockwoodwhite.com. You can find information about my Facebook page and Twitter on that site. Also, some blog information about my books, information about products that you can buy, including my books. You can also buy my book at Amazon.com. It's The Creation of Evil by me, obviously. For those of you who have already purchased it, thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed it, are enjoying it, will enjoy it, whatever tense of the verb you want to use. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can download it for free right at the moment, so that's a good thing. Free is a good thing. We like free. And just come visit me. Come find me. Come find me on Facebook, on Twitter, post on my blog. I'd like to hear from you. Post on here. Reply to here. And everybody have a good rest of your day, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.